Yo! What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another video with your host, Ken Kukin, and we have Phantom Blade Zero. My buddy on Discord asked me, hey, Ken, what do we think about Phantom Blade Zero? New gameplay minute, better than Elden Ring, looking like it. Elden Ring, okay, all right. I guess I gotta touch it. Elden Ring and this game play differently. Elden Ring plays a much faster pace, and do I think this game is better than Elden Ring? What do I like about Elden Ring? The boss fights, the exploration, and I can build my character in many different ways. So most of it's going to come down to the boss fights. Is this better than Elden Ring? It's probably not going to be better than a Souls-like game, because it's two separate genres, so to speak. And I'll leave it at that, right? So, better than Elden Ring. What the heck was he thinking? Alright, anyway. Let's go ahead and talk about this. His first question earlier was, what do we think? Seems at least not a regular hack and slash. So that's what we're going to zero in on. This is IGN's gameplay footage. Link in the description below. You want to go to YouTube and watch it all. I'm going to watch, I don't know, 5-10 minutes of it and just give my opinion. Now, when it comes to video games, I'm looking for polish, right? I'm a very picky video game. I'll focus on the me. I'm a very picky video game, right? So if you want to, you know, your animosity or anything like that, I'm not going to say we as gamers, because I feel like I'm the only person on the planet that feels this way. So I'm very picky when it comes to video games. If I've already played a genre of a video game and I've already played its style, you better be bringing a uniqueness to the table that's not seen anywhere else for me to be like, yo, this is great. Expedition 33 did that. You want to know what games didn't do that? God of War Ragnarok, Stellar Blade, Wukong. So they're all mediocre games because I played their style of gameplay. In fact, all four of them are the exact same style of gameplay. What was unique about them? The story, and that was it. That was it, you know. Well, Stellar Blade, you can do, you know, a couple of, I think there was, like, we could get to a point where we could, like, use a transformation. Whoop-de-doo, bro. I don't, okay, whatever. Not unique enough, right? Expedition 33 made us more involved in the combat. Now, it's not a unique premise. We've seen it in other games, but it was, everything else was polished to a level that it's game of the year. Nothing else is coming close to this. Uma Musume? Not, bro, I know, you know, oh, this game's game of the year, you know. Some people might not be joking about that. Brother, that is anything but game of the year. Nah, Expedition 33, nothing has been announced that's coming out. This game is not even close to what Expedition 33 did for that genre, right? I felt like Expedition 33 impacted the genre so hard because it breathed it just a breath of fresh air in the genre. And I've been playing games for a long time. I played a lot of games. I played a lot of the same games, and as I get older, I get more picky, and I'm tired of seeing the same stuff. It looks like, okay, it looks like we got a variety of weapons. So what separates, like, just a regular hack and slash? And I'm paying attention to the gameplay. What separates a regular attack, 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 special move, attack, 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 special move, attack, 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 heavy attack, 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 attack? Like, this would be considered like a special move. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, that's his weapon. Okay, that was a weapon. All right. He's got an axe. All right. Did you see how both of the enemies just, like, tried to dodge? That's a little annoying, but that's okay. Finisher animation's cool. So the positive about this game right here, right now is, well, first off, one of my more weapons. Okay, I wanted to pay attention to the weapons, right? What am I noticing about this game? It plays like Stellar Blade, Wukong, God of War, right? It looks like it has a faster pace than both of the than all four of those games, right? It looks like the combat's a little bit faster paced and less, oh, you got hit, so we're gonna interrupt you, like, heavily, right? Because it looks like some of the attacks that are hitting us, or at least it looked like it would be hitting us. I noticed the health bar barely moved. We didn't get stumbled, stopped, or knocked out of our combo, which is fine, right? But you know, but I've already seen a wide variety of weapons that we didn't get in Stellar Blade, we didn't get in Wukong, and I would say we probably didn't get it so much in God. I'm trying to think of Ragnarok specifically because that's the last one I played. We had the axe, we had the... Did we have a shield we could use or a shield move? I think the axe and the shield were like the same thing. They brought back the twin blades, or the chain and blades. Yeah, that was it. So there wasn't much variety. So, you know, they all felt like standard hack and slash mediocre games to me. Like, they were just mediocre, right? So far, I'm not seeing anything... Oh, stealthing? Okay. So far, I'm not seeing anything that's separating itself from other hack and slash games beyond, you know, we're going to have a different story and a variety of weapons. And that's going to be a big thing, right? So when I brought up the word polish earlier, when I'm playing a game, there's two things that's going to make me play a game. I love the universe, so I'll play it, and it can suck, and I'll acknowledge that, but I'll still play a crappy game. I'm fan of Digimon. Digimon story, time splitters, time chasers, whatever. Time cops. I don't remember. Time strangers, I think. It doesn't look more basic than that. Like, as a turn-based RPG, it doesn't look more basic than that. Like, Metaphor ReFantazio, exploit enemy weakness, move on. The gameplay loop was so boring, but the story was so great, I just stopped playing Metaphor ReFantazio. It was just the most average RPG, and I probably hold RPGs to a higher standard because of the length they take for some of the battles, right? And how slow the game could feel because it is turn-based combat. So I hold those to a higher standard of pickiness. Digimon story, Time Stranger or Stranger of Time or whatever it is. I like Digimon, fan of it. I'm gonna play that game, but there is zero things about that game that has screamed super unique in the genre, right? So I either love the universe, which I do, or the story. You know, I love the universe for its style. Let's take mech and mech games. I love a good mech game, and I haven't played a really good mech game since like Frontline Mission 1, 2, or 3. I don't remember which one I ran into with the PlayStation 2 back in the day. Now, I've seen like remasters of them come out, but I'm not interested in playing old games anymore. I'm done with remasters, all right? I want, if it's not a true remake where the story's redone, right, or fleshed out or anything, like Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth. Love it. I think it's a very good remake, and it's one of the few remakes that are remakes because it's remaking not just the graphics, which I say is a remaster, potato potato, but it's remaking the story. It's expanding on the story, right? Some people don't like that. I'm fine with that. Thank you. Cool. I'd love to see it, you know, an expanded version of this, which almost seems like it's going to be its own story too, which is fine with me. Anyway, I digress. So, I like the universe, the setting, but if I play a game and the story is all it has going for it, like Metaphor ReFantazio, phenomenal story, but everything else was just boring, I had no interest. Oh, that's pretty cool. I had no interest in continuing to play the game, so, you know, it has to polish everything very well, and unfortunately the gameplay loop was extremely boring. The dungeon crawling was slow and boring. It was very boring, right? So what I'm looking for from this game is going to be, the story is going to have to be engaging, and it's kind of it's kind of hard to follow what the story is. Something about demons, deities, who knows, you know, mythological creatures. I don't know, and at this moment I don't really care, because when Wukong came out, Black Myth Wukong, I didn't know anything about the Journey of the West other than Dragon Ball was based, like Goku was like influenced by Journey of the West, right? So I didn't know the story or anything like that. When the story started off with like an amazing peak, like the intro was phenomenal, and then it went into like a huge dip for all of the game, right? Presentation wise, like cutscene and presentation wise, and then it didn't reach that peak again until the very end, like the final fight you did. So the true ending final fight, by the way. So, you know, I can't really give like a judgment or, you know, a passing grade or anything like that on the story because I have no idea what the story's about. And I really don't, you know, I don't want to spoil the story too much, but personally, I probably won't even care about the story that much, right? So, a normal guy, okay, I'm not like diseased or riddled with some kind of plague. All right, that's, you know, we're gonna skip through this guy yakking. I'm here for the gameplay, not for some dude dying. It looks like a breath of gingivitis is in front of his face. So we want polish on the exploration, which it looks like it's going to be standard exploration, right? Environment. The environment is never used enough in Hack and Slash, right? Why can't I kick someone into that fire? Why can't I jump off the wall? Why can't I kick him into the wall, over the wall, through the wall, off the cliff? Where are the cliffs at? We need more cliffs, right? Spike trap. Like, how can we engage with the world around us is a big thing in video games. And what are we engaging with the world around us here? We're walking through it. That's it. We're not. I'm not talking about reading 50 million pieces of lore scattered about. That's learning about the history of the world. That's not interacting with the world of the game, right? So, you know, the world looks pretty standard, right? The combat's going to be where I want the polish at. And I think it's going to be hitting the bar of me wanting to play this game because of the variety of weapons that we've seen. We've seen quite a few different weapons to interact with or to play with. Now, I don't know how long it's going to take for us to unlock those weapons, but they are there nonetheless, right? So even though this game could be, if you put it down into one weapon, right, and you replace, you get rid of the environment and you replace you and every enemy with a stick figure, you know, character, I could probably just say, yeah, the combat's the same as everything else I've played already, right? No difference. But because we have a variety of different weapons, we have a variety of different movesets. Yeah, I may be pressing normal attack 3 times, but I'm seeing my character go through different animations. So visually, I'm being, you know, the illusion of,
enough is enough. I've got to get rid of
you know, the illusion of me doing something different is visually there, even though I know I'm still pressing normal attack, normal attack, normal attack heavy, right? So I know this wasn't like me praising the game, and I'm not trying to beat the game down. Again, I'm just picky. But he asked me a question, and on the YouTube channel, you know, I've come out with some Elden Ring Night Rain tips, you know, some shorts, a couple of long form videos. I still haven't gotten back into Rivals yet as far as YouTube is concerned. And I did, you know, I do still want to talk about just video games in general, my thoughts, you know, reactions and stuff like that, right? So this channel's, trust me, this channel's all over the place. I understand this, right? So I appreciate you guys watching through my content. You can always catch me on Twitch when I'm live. I've been busy recently, but we should be getting back into a normal schedule. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap up the video right around here. We're going to skip back to the next piece of action, see if anything else is showing up. Just going around collecting things. Oh, boss fight. All right. Now, I guess one question is this like a linear storytelling, right? I go from one boss to another boss. Are there going to be hidden bosses out there? Probably. Can I deviate from the path? Probably not, you know, so to speak. So it's just going to be like whatever. Yeah, this all seems like just hack and slash. Like, we're attacking, we're using different weapons, so that's cool. We're attacking, he's attacking. We're just... Okay, yeah, here are the parries.
push on for now.
There are times where it looks like we're swinging at the same time. Wait, did we run from the fight?
Being push on for now. Should I leave her be and push on for now?
Did I leave her be and push on for now? All right. I think I'm going to end it on this, but I have to give my thoughts. And maybe it might show it in the last few minutes of the video. I don't know. I'll probably finish watching it later. But let me end it on this, right? The guy said, should I finish her now, or should I leave her be and push on for now? You are whooping her butt. Why would you leave? It makes no sense as a player for me to leave a fight. I'm winning, all right? So the only reason I would want to leave this fight now is it just seems like, first off, the line seems stupid for him to even suggest that, right? And the only way it makes sense, narratively, it would make sense if I'm in a hurry to get somewhere and they've established, hey, I need you to go find someone, save someone, or stop something from happening, right? Please. You know, for example, my daughter's lost in all this. Please save her. I gotta hurry. Whoop-de-doo, whatever narrative. He gets into the fight. Should I leave her be and push on because we have to go save someone's daughter? The dude that was dying, let's assume that's what he said. My daughter, please. Right? It's like, if I don't go do that, will she die? Will the game be impacted? The story be changed? Right? If the answer is no, what the hell was the reason for this guy leaving this fight? It makes zero sense. So I'm going to end it there before I find something else annoying to see. I'm very picky, but when I'm sitting here scrutinizing games, this makes no sense. Should I leave her be? We're winning the fight. No, we shouldn't leave her be. All right, I'm out of here. I think I'll probably play this game. It may not be like a day one play, but I think I'll probably play this game. It has enough weapons, you know, to maybe satiate my how do I put it? My want for variety in a game to get through the monotonous loopholes that all games have. With that said, enjoy your night, evening, morning, whatever may be. Peace out. I hope you're excited for the game. I don't want to douse anyone. Again, a lot of people are going to like games. A lot of these games are phenomenal. You're just picky. I know. With that said, I'm out of here. We will catch you next time. Later.